So then this is how it started.
Yeah. In life, I will pull your eyeballs out of your head. Okay. Your tongue will be out hanging out your mouth. Yeah. Forget it.
I'll have more respect for him if you come up publicly and say the truth. I cheated. You conned us. You conned the boxing world. You pride yourself as a God-fearing man. So I want to question, what kind of God do you worship? Period.
And this is how it ended.
A nightmare here at Wembley. Big right hand from Usyk. And he's gone. He's out. Daniel Dubois. He's never going to make it.
So there we are, and normally afterwards the ever humble Usyk gets on the mic and he applauds his opponent. He says, thank you, I fought a great fighter, big respect and all that, but this time he went, no, fuck 'em. This time it was a bit different.
Daniel Dubois deserved and tried to be great today. What words of advice would you give to the former IBF heavyweight champion?
Bro, I'm sorry, it's sport, but my people want this winner.
Yes, a lot colder from the cat, and I suppose you can't blame him after Team Dubois completely disrespected him in every which way they could. But anyway, let's dissect it then, and what a night it was. Well, no, what a main event it was, but the rest of it was fucking boring. I mean, a Coley versus Lorena, bloody hell. I think I'd have rather sat and watched the fucking washing machine go round. And then Lappin versus Edmondson, the best part of that was when he got stuck arse upwards, and then Solomon Dacres, yes, okay, good win to get him back on track, but yeah. Anyway, look, it's not really their fault, just none of it gelled, but of course the big fat undisputed was what we were really all there for, and that on the other hand certainly delivered. Now I'll tell you what, I can't remember what I was going to say now.
Yeah, thank the audience.
Oh yeah, sorry, that was it. Thank you everyone. Bloody hell, that was like when you're a kid at school and your granny gives you a present and then your mum goes, oh that's nice, now go and say thank you to granny.
He'll be back from this. Yeah, thank the audience.
Yeah, I want to thank everyone for coming out. I gave my best.
Oh, and by the way, what's all this about a party? Bloody hell, I thought it was a bit strange him getting to Wembley at 8 PM. Don Charles must have been fucking fuming. Hello? Dan, where are you? Say that again? I said, where are you? You're fighting in a couple of hours. You got to get warmed up. Yeah, all right. Don't have a go. I'm having that post-fight party we talked about. No, Dan, post means after, you fucking div. Oh, right. Okay, now I thought it was a bit strange when you said it. Okay, now don't worry. Leave it with me. I'll get a cab now. I'll see you at the Copper Box. No, not Copper Box. We're at Wembley. Oh, sorry. No, that's right. Wembley, innit? Yeah. Okay, where's that? South London? No, fuck me. North West London. All right. Keep your wire fronts on. I'm on my way. Wait, hold on. Dan, what? Remember to thank everyone for coming. Oh, yeah, good idea. Okay, thanks everyone for coming. I've got to go now. I've got a big fight. Wish me luck. I'll see you all at Twickenham. Yes, so ultimately a bad night for old Danny boy, but never mind. Well done, Dan. You dared to be great. It just didn't come off, bruv. I mean, some people might say that's a little bit of karma for stitching up Joe Parker, do you know what I mean? But that aside, in the end, it all boils down to the fact that this man is a different league to every single heavyweight that walks the planet today. And that's that. I mean, even Frank Warren has finally come to terms with it.
Again, commend the guy in front of him, Alexander Usyk.
Alexander Usyk is a modern-day legend. He's an unbelievable fighter. In any generation, he'd be a great fighter, and I'll take my hat off to him tonight.
Yes, in fact, everyone has finally come round to the fact that he is the undeniable, undisputed king of this generation. Well, almost everyone.
Alexander Usyk knows there's only one man who can beat him. I've done it twice before, and the world knows it. I've been fucked good and proper without any Vaseline on, and I've took it like a man. And no matter what anyone wants to say, I fucking won them fights. Guaranteed 100%. There's only one man. GK all day, every day.
Yeah, now don't worry, I'm not going to bang on about him because it's getting fucking boring now. But I do want to ask, someone please tell me what happened to this bloke.
Yeah, shake hands and that's it. If you beat somebody or if they beat you, then fair play. It's just like, well, it's not a gang warfare. It's not two criminals. We're both sports people. it's like a fair fight, you know what I mean? So if the man beats me, then fair play to him, he must be good at his job.
Now, just before we carry on, I wanted to mention something that could be silently holding you back. As men, it's easy to shrug your shoulders and write off symptoms like low sleep, poor energy and a lack of focus, but the truth is, they're all signs of low testosterone, and it affects 1 in 4 men in the UK. On the basis that 90% of men with low testosterone don't know they have it, I tried Manual's at-home testosterone blood test. It's just an easy little finger prick and you'll get your results all broken down and simply explained for you. Then you'll finally know what's really going on in that body of yours. Then from here, if your levels could do with improving, Manual have treatment services available to restore levels to a normal, healthy range. In fact, 86% of patients saw an improvement in their energy levels after 3 months of Manual's TRT service, so it really could get you back to your old self again. So join over 30,000 other men taking the first step to treating low testosterone. Use my code PROPER45 for 45% off Manual's at-home testosterone blood test. Big up the Manual chaps, now back to the vid. So then what about old Don Charles, eh? Well, to be totally honest, I think there's more chance of Daniel remembering to thank the audience next time than there is old Don keeping his job. I don't want that, by the way. I hope they stay together. I think they're a perfect match. But with this heavy loss and all the strange going-ons around this fight, not to mention what Dave Allen said afterwards as well.
I believe Daniel's dad was in shouting double jab right and taking over the corner. Don Charles is the trainer. Right. That's Daniel's dad. They've got a great relationship. There's one coach. If I was with Jamie Moore for 10 weeks and my old man came here and started giving me instructions, he'd be told where to go by me and Jamie. It's ridiculous. He's a great coach, Don Charles. Daniel Dubois' father should not be given any instruction. He's not a boxing coach. Whatever relationship they've got, fantastic. He's not a boxing coach. It was a shambles from... It went all wrong for Daniel.
Yes, all in all, it seems a bit unlikely Don surviving this one. For the record though, that'd be a bit harsh because he's absolutely transformed the man. But as Usyk said, that is sport. Now, do you know what? A lot of people are digging out Dubois, saying he was quite poor from the very opening bell. Personally though, I actually thought Dubois for the first couple of rounds looked absolutely frightening. I'm not saying he won them rounds because the master did what the master does. He slipped everything and Dubois was just hitting gloves whilst getting countered. But the manner in which he came out, the same manner in which he fought AJ, of course, that wrecking ball, that bull in a china shop is an absolute nightmare for every other heavyweight in the division, simply because nobody else can move the way that Usyk does. But on this occasion, yes, it was Alexander Usyk in there and he rode everything. He avoided being in front of Dubois as much as possible and he bobbed and weaved out of every attack. Even when Dubois was pushing him back into a corner, the way he manoeuvred out of it every time was a complete masterclass. And then, just like Fury, just like AJ, just like everyone else, Daniel was left thinking, well, how the fucking hell am I going to pin you down? Fabio Wardley gave it the very best description when he used the word slippery. He's always slipping and sliding out of onslaughts and anything coming his way. But of course, just that weren't enough. Then Usyk went, well, if you're going to try and put me on the back foot, I'll do the same to you twofold. And he actually showed more aggression and more spite in his punches than we've ever seen before. And then, well, I mean, the first knockdown weren't exactly the result of a lethal punch, but the second one most definitely was.
Big right hand from Usyk. Oh! And he's gone. He's out. Daniel Dubois.
Yes, and that was that. Bad luck, Daniel, but you did give it a bloody good go, so fair play. However, addressing the elephant in the room, there's quite a lot of talk about it. Did old Triple D quit? Well, I know, being the little fanny that I am, I'm not in any position to judge that, but what I will say is I'm pretty certain that Parker, Fury, AJ, Wilder, Caballero, Wardley, Chisora, and of course Usyk himself, to name a few, they would have all tried to get up and beat the count, and they probably would have done as well. And fair dues, it weren't a great look as you got up straight after and walked back to the corner. Mind you though, it was an absolutely blinding punch, weren't it? Never mind getting older and slowing down, turns out he's getting better and hitting harder. It's absolutely nuts. I bet Jake Paul's fucking gutted. He was thinking, oh, I'll have a crack at him when he's 70 years old, but he'll probably still be improving then. And by the way, what is this absolute James Blunt doing squaring up with one of the greatest of all time? You can't beat Tommy Fury, you fucking shrimp. What are you doing? He needs to pull his lip over his head and swallow. He's living in the same part of Narnia as Tyson, honestly. But then again, it's got got us all thinking, well, is it out the realms of possibility? Because apparently he's fighting Anthony Joshua, and it's actually real. I don't know how I feel about that one. On the one hand, I'm over the moon because it's going to last about 15 seconds. But on the other hand, I'm thinking, AJ, sort yourself out, bruv. Your credibility's going more and more down the toilet every day. I mean, why Jake Paul? You can fight Dubois again now. In fact, based on Usyk winning this fight, let's map it all out, shall we? Well, I don't know about you, but I'd love to see Usyk retire now. There's literally nothing else for him to achieve. However, we all know he won't. So if that's the case, he's got to fight Parker. No, not Fury. No, not Moses Atuma. I mean, come on, Atuma's great, but leave it out. He couldn't live with Usyk right now. It's ridiculously early. So not anyone else, just Joseph Parker, done and dusted. Then for me, it's Dubois, AJ, Fury, Cowboy Hill. I reckon all them four should all fight each other. It don't matter who fights who, just battle it out between yous. Then the winners of them fights fight each other, and that'll be Parker, all done, all sorted, bosh. So there's 20 seconds of your life you'll never get back because that's living in a fucking fantasy land. None of that will happen. Instead, it's all going to be lopsided with everyone skirting around to try and get an easy route to a belt, probably. And yes, as for Parker Usyk, well, I bloody love Parker. I'm a massive fan and I think the man is brilliant inside and outside the ring. But I just can't see him winning more than 2 rounds against Usyk. I'm sorry, Parker, bruv. It's not only that styles make fights and I can't really see Parker's style having enough threat to Usyk, but on top of that, I just feel Parker is like Danny Boy in the sense that they both improved massively in the past couple of years. However, under the surface, both men have major flaws from previous fights that Usyk knows how to easily exploit. They may have looked great against these heavy-handed, plodding heavyweights, but it just don't translate when they've got this master technician in front of them. So I'm going to see it because Parker has more than earned his opportunity and the payday, but yeah, I dread to think what the odds will be. It's just a big arse for the legendary Kiwi. Anyway, that's my pony little roadmap for the heavyweight division, but it don't matter about me. Tell me yours below. Big up Usyk, he really is the man, and regardless of the loss, Danny Boy is still incredibly exciting. Can't wait to see him in the ring once again.